Hello there. Welcome back to Great Man Gaming, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this Monday morning, or as we like to call it around these parts, Jedi Mind Trick Friday. Today is Jedi Mind Trick Friday. In Dreamlight Valley, yes, it's our Monday version. Welcome, 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 everyone. Glad you could join me this morning. Oh, it is so hot outside. I went outside and I swear the soles of my shoes, of my sneakers, of my tennises, I don't know whatever you call them in your parts. My grandma used to call them tennises. No matter what you wore, they were tennises. I call them track shoes, whatever. My shoes, I swear the soles were fused to the ground because they melted with a minute. It's like 97 degrees out. We don't have that in these parts in the northeast very often. I mean, it's very rare. This is, I guess, that week. Like, we have 1 week every year where it's just incredibly hot, and that's this week. It was 90 yesterday. Allie and I had to do a bit of traveling, and just between the car rides and all that stuff, I didn't want to get out. I didn't want to get out of the car because I'm like, it's too hot to be outside. It's too hot to be out here. It just really is. And so we went and we had some I don't know what you call it, errands to run yesterday, and spent most of the day outside in the heat. So, but before we get started, let us say that this is not a Dreamlight Valley. Oh my god. Oh, the heats get to me. A Dreamlight Valley video, per se. Alright, it is in Dreamlight Valley where we do our chatting and our talking, but this is more of a meeting, a community meeting of people on the Gray Man Gaming channel. We talk, we ask how everyone's doing. Hopefully everyone's doing fine, and we talk about current events. So if you're looking for Dreamlight Valley guidance, probably in the other videos on the channel if you're looking, but there's really not much going on. I will say that it is the last full day today of the treasure hunt for Dreamlight Valley. The treasure hunt will end tomorrow, so if you got to have at least 3 done today. If you don't, then you're probably not going to finish the treasure hunt because you might get it if you have 3 done today, and I don't know if it's going to end tomorrow morning at reset or not. It might, but don't quote me on that. But if you have at least, you should be close to being done because it takes a whole day for this treasure hunt, for the golden crack to appear, unless they changed it. Sometimes towards the end of events, they'll start adding them more frequently, so they'll happen every hour. Maybe that's the case. You can check. I don't know. All I know is that the treasure hunt is officially ending tomorrow. It will be done. So there you have it. We don't know anything about the star path yet. We do know that we have Gameloft has provided us with yet another emoji hint through X. So if you go on their X, you'll see they have provided what I like to call a little emoji bundle. They have 3 pairs of emojis that are together. So we have, what they are is a guitar and a music note is the first pair. We have sunglasses and a fox, which is the second pair, and we have the sun and ice cream, which probably means melted. I don't know. I've been trying to figure. I think the middle one is probably the sunglasses with the fox is probably Nick Wilde from Zootopia. The only other fox that I know in Disney, well, actually, there's 2. There's Robin Hood that I know of, and I would love to see Robin Hood. But I'm sure this is just for the Star Pass. But boy, they talk forever, don't they? They never stop talking. Robin Hood is one, and I guess Todd. Is it Copper and Todd from The Fox and the Hound? So Todd. from the Fox and the Hound would be the only other fox I can think of that is going to be a fox in Disney. So I don't know. I don't know what the a guitar. I don't know. The sun and the ice cream. I don't know, man. I mean, there was a guitar and music in Coco, the Disney. Was that? Yeah, that's Disney. So I don't know. Something probably end of summer or something or another. But I don't know. I mean, you guys take your best guesses. Tell me what you think it is in the comments in this in the description or comments on this channel. I don't know. I can't begin to. I still think it's probably going to be something to do with Zootopia, Nick Wilde, at least in the middle one. So maybe it'll be the whole. Maybe that's what's going to be coming up. It'll be the Inside Out Star Path, but with Zootopia. They did come out kind of around the same time, I think. I don't, know exactly, but that's my guess anyway. That's my guess. Also, Dreamlight Valley people have picked the winner of that started. I think it was in June. People were voting on the community companion for Dreamlight Valley, and then they voted it to be a dragon for the companion, and they had a choice of three. They had three designs. One was kind of like a flowery, floral pink dragon. The other one was a brown floral one, and the third was kind of like, I don't know, like a haystack type thing or something. I don't know, sunflowers, and it had like a long piece of like hayseed sticking out their mouth. But the floral one ended up winning with 66% of the final vote. So the floral dragon, the pink floral dragon, is what seems to be the Dreamlight Valley community companion. So if you voted for that one, congratulations. You have picked yourself the winning design for the community companion in Dreamlight Valley. Wonderful. So now we got to wonder when the Star Path is going to be coming out. Well, I don't know. Today is the 11th, so the 13th is probably a no-go. But the event is ending tomorrow. I'm going to maybe guess, let's see, 13, so the 20th? 20th maybe? So you only have really 2 days left, or 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays left in August. I don't know what I'm saying today. It's the heat, folks. The 20th or the 27th. So it's going to be one of those days, I would imagine. I would almost guarantee it is going to be in August. I don't think they're going to wait till September, but I could be wrong. But my guess would be probably the 20th. I'm gonna say. So that's my guess. Again, a guess. I'm not saying anything is. This is just my hunch. So yeah. So that is what's going on with Dreamlight Valley. It'll be exciting to get something to do in Dreamlight Valley again. I mean, I'm kind of excited. Oh, we got a memory. I'm kind of excited for, for the autumn, and one more piece for that one. All right, we're doing good for Wreck-It Ralph. For autumn and everything that's going to happen. Oh, I'm telling you, I'm hitting like the jackpot here today. Come on now. Where's all the coins? There we go. Hello, Nana. Oh, we got a little gift. I happen to be the world's cutoff. So yeah, Allie and I were out. We've been working on her side business, and we have been just crazy full of orders. And I've been just straight out doing designs and stuff for her business, and so we've been really busy. Extremely a busy time of the year for us. It will be straight till Chris. Another boy. I'm just hitting the old memories. All right, nice. I did have some time though this weekend to play the Battlefield 6 beta. I'm definitely jumping into Battlefield this time. I am going to purchase the game. Probably be something that we're going to play a lot here on the channel. If the channel is still, I was planning on like closing down the channel, honestly, but the games are now beginning to pick up again, and I'm getting a little more excited about it. So probably Battlefield will be one of the games on the itinerary, or not, that's the wrong word, itinerary. Will be one of the games on the future. I'm thinking travel right now. I have travel on my mind. My son is going to visit my brother in Sacramento, and we've been talking about it for the last like week or so. So I've got travel on my mind. But yeah, that's gonna be on the future list of games. Will be Battlefield. Hopefully, there'll be some more games that are coming. I had a really good time in the Battlefield 6 beta. Really enjoyed it, and I mean, there are people who play Call of Duty, and there are people who play a Battlefield. I don't see many who, usually people have a side, which one they choose. There are people who play both, of course, but I think I prefer Battlefield a little more over Call of Duty. Battlefield seems to have I don't know, not as much of like a toxic community. Call of Duty is kind of toxic. But just about every community is toxic online. It's just, I tell you what, I get so weary of hate. No matter where you go online, there's at least, even on YouTube, you could have the nicest, most wholesome YouTube channel, and you'll always get a hater. You'll always get that one person that just isn't happy with the world. It's not happy with their life, and they have to complain about it in your comments. They just hate everything because they're not right with themselves, right? They're not happy with themselves, so they've got to hate everything else that people are doing. And I just, you get so weary of those kinds of people, and you see it all the time. The people that are in gaming and stuff, and but you have to you really do need to have a thick skin to be online these days. I remember the advent of the internet. Not so much the original, but when gaming kind of like began to pick up in the late 90s and the early 2000s online. I remember that, and people, were how do you put it? They were honored to be able to play on the internet. They treated it like it was, it was something special, right? Because hey, this is brand new technology. It's awesome. You didn't find the hatred. Now you have people who are a whole like generation that have known nothing but the internet, right? They've never had it not in their life, and so I think they take it for granted. The people that know what the internet or what life is without the internet prior to the internet, I think we tend to understand that this hasn't always been this way. It comes with a little bit of insight, I would say, when it comes to the internet, like because we've known life without the internet prior to being online. I remember. I remember my first computer that was like internet capable and stuff, and it was just one. Like you would get the AOL, you would get the CompuServe like disc in magazines, or you would get them in the mail. Try the new America Online. Try CompuServe. Right? You'd have them like attached with like little blobs of glue to like PC Magazine and stuff, and then you bring them home and you put them in, and they take 3 days to download, and then you would connect with your with your 14K baud Cardinal modem. You'd hear that that whole and that was on your landline. You connected, and it was like right? That's how it connected. And you'd have to wait, and then you'd finally connect, and then it would take you, if you wanted to download like a photo through CompuServe, it would take like a day. it would take a day to download. Oh, I remember those days. So yeah, we do it, and I think now people that are who have always had the internet, right? People that were born probably in the early 2000s, late 90s. They've always known the internet, and I think they kind of take it for granted. And so you get the people on there who are just hateful of everything, no matter what you do. You could have rainbows shooting out your butt, and they would still be like, "Oh, well, they would." It's just hateful. It gets a bit tiring, but you move on. So yeah, that is what I did this weekend. Played Call of Duty, or not Call of Duty. Boy, I'm telling you what, Battlefield 6. I enjoyed it. I'm going to play again in the next open beta, and then I am going to purchase the game for sure. I thought it was great. We have, what else do we have here? What else did we do? Ali and I watched Season 2, the first 4 episodes of Wednesday. I love anything by Tim Burton, even though he is a little bit on the creepier side of like visuals. I kind of like the way that he does environments and stuff. And Wednesday it was kind of cool. I'm not going to spoil anything with the new season, but it did start, and it kind of reminded me of Harry Potter. You know, they go to the Nevermore school. I bumped the mic, sorry. They go to, and it kind of, it's like a school of like magic and stuff. It kind of reminds me of Harry Potter a bit. So I'm sure that's intentional. And I did find a mistake in this one, though. I did find, because the school, Nevermore, is in Vermont. So Wednesday travels from New Jersey to Vermont for school. So the show is, obviously shot in Vermont. There's a lot of places that, that look familiar. But one of the scenes that are in, I think, the first episode was a guy, they say he was the manager at the Piggly Wiggly. There's no Piggly Wigglies in Vermont. Sorry, Tim Burton, but I caught that mistake. I've been to Vermont. I go there very often. I go there all the time, and I know it pretty well, and I know for a fact that we do not have any Piggly Wigglies in Vermont. So that is a mistake, Tim Burton. You should have said like a Tops, right? Or like maybe even a Grand Union or a Price Chopper, but we do not have a Piggly Wiggly in Vermont. So that is one of the mistakes that is in the new Wednesday show. All right. I don't know what the closest Piggly Wiggly. I thought that was like a southern thing. I don't know what the closest Piggly Wiggly would be to upstate New York and Vermont and up here in the Northeast. I don't know if we have one close. I thought they were like only in the South, but I could be wrong. But I do know there are not any in Vermont. All right, so Tim Burton, sorry, my friend. You should change that because it's I'm like I was telling her, I said when we saw that, I was like, Ali, I said there's no Piggly Wigglies in Vermont. One of the things that just stood out for me, which is kind of, I know it's kind of minor, but it is what it is. All right. We're going to go to the comments here in a second. I got to actually open up the comments. I was watching a YouTube video, or on the news. It was on the news of this shelter, this animal shelter that has made a village. Have you guys seen this? A dog village. Each dog has their own house. It's got like air conditioning, and I think they said there's 20 units that they have at this place. And each dog has their own yard and their own house, and it's just it is such a beautiful. I think they financed it through one of those like what is it called? What's that thing where you finance things through? I forgot the name of it. Not not Patreon, but the other one. I don't remember where. Oh, GoFundMe. Yeah, I think they used a GoFundMe to do that, and so now they're looking to add another 20 units. It says that it's easier for the animals in the shelter to decompress, and so that is a plus, right? I mean, these animals, they're not stressed out, which means that they aren't going to be, like when an animal comes into a shelter, they're stressed out and they immediately go on defense, which means they're probably snapping and trying to bite. So that is what ends up making them unadoptable, even though they probably are the perfect pet. They probably love people, but they're scared. And these, some of these idiots at the shelter say, "Oh no, unadoptable, trying to bite me." Well, of course they're trying to bite you. You're a stranger putting your hands on them, throwing them in a cage, right? And so they get deemed vicious because these idiots at shelters, they think that they are they're really not vicious. They're just scared. I mean, when a dog gets scared, even my dogs, when they get scared, they'll when they hear like fireworks, right? They'll hide in the corner, and if you try to go near them, they'll show their teeth because they're frightened. They don't know what's going on. They're not vicious, and so they get deemed vicious in the shelters because you're a human being. You're scary. You're intimidating. You're putting your hands on them, trying to put them into a cage with 100 other barking animals that they don't know and weird smells, and you think they're gonna just walk in there wagging their tails. If you think that, you're a frickin' idiot. If you think that, you are an idiot. And so then they write across the thing, vicious dog. It's not a vicious dog, it's a scared dog, and that gets them killed, unfortunately. So this place is genius. It puts them in their own spot. Yes, they're still strange people, but you have to understand these dogs have to decompress. They have to understand that your safety, that you're not out to hurt them. And that's the thing about this. So they get their own homes. They don't have to be around 100 dogs that are barking and the smell. They get a yard. It's just a wonderful, wonderful situation for all around, and I think that they did well with these dog villages, these animal villages. They have their own streets and everything. It's really cute. So if you want to support them, please do. It's a great cause, and it helps out the animals, and I think it's a very smart idea. So bravo to the people who created this animal village. All right, let us get to the comments. We have your Rory, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Okay. Hello, Rory. Thank you for posting on the Dreamlight Valley Asshat Edition. Oh, one of my favorite ones. Yes. Brendan McBride on the Call of Duty Battlefield, I keep calling it Call of Duty. The Battlefield 6 open beta. Brenda says, "Hi, Gray." Hello, Brenda. I'm sorry, guys. I'm scatterbrained today. It's just been a long weekend. I'm still tired. I'm trying to get things done. I have a lot to do today. It's going to be 95 degrees. It's supposed to be close to 100 tomorrow. That's ridiculous. We don't ever see that around here, hardly. All right. We've got Brenda McBride on Tales of the Shire. Hi, Gray and all. Hello, Brenda. Pink Rose says, so glad you could complete the herb quest in Tales of the Shire. Thank you, Pink Rose. Pink Rose says, does your inventory get bigger? I hope so for Tales of the Shire. I don't know, honestly. I don't know if you get, maybe you can buy a bigger bag at the shop. I know I just go like every so often, like I go home and I throw it in the pantry, so I just empty out it's kind of like Dreamlight Valley, right, where you go and you put stuff in your inventory in your boxes. Yeah. Pink Girl says the swan is cute. Yeah, the swan is kind of nice. Pink Girl says, hello, Gray, and they need fast travel. Yeah, I know they do. They really do. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a large enough game for... I think I've said this before. I don't think it's a large enough game for fast travel. It's not a very big game at all, right? It's just... yeah, it's not very big. So I don't know if they would have fast travel or if it would warrant it. So that is... I don't know. I mean, I don't think it expands any further than what it is, so probably no need for the fast travel. All right, that's the comments for right now. Let's go check out the store, then we're going to do the dogs and see what's going on there. I always hate going there because, you know, there's always bad news at some point or another. Right? I know, it's just part of the game, isn't it? It's part of the game. Hopefully I wish we could, like, send some of these dogs to these villages. That would be so amazing. Okay, let's go check out the store real quick. This place is no Paris. What do we have? We have this. Bought it. Yep, own it all. Oh, got it. Oh, stop talking to me. Do you ever get to that? You know, I don't know. If you have kids, you probably have had that kind of sentiment at some point or another when your kids are like just arguing and then they come at you and they're all coming at you, Dad, Dad, Dad. And you're like, oh, just stop talking to me. Oh, you know, because they want you to take sides, right? No. Dress, yes, 3,000. That's a lot of cannolis. No. No, thank you. We got the big fall. I know I have that. What do we have? Nothing here so far that I don't have. Oh, I don't have this picture. What? I don't have a picture of Mickey? I guess we do now. Yes, I know, Scrooge. You need to change your lines, my friend. Alright, what else do we have? I know I have this fireplace. Do I have this chair? Yes, I do. Nice chair, though. Or nice sofa. What do they call that? Isn't there like a weird like name for those kinds of sofas? I forgot what they're called. I'm trying to think now. I don't remember.
Wow, what an amazing...
Alright, not much for the store here. Alright, yeah, I think we're done here for the store. Let's go to the dogs. We're going to try and get the... right off the bat, we have one that's already NYCACC, those pieces of filth. They have one that's already gone, so I can't even, no, not gonna say it, but we've got Senior Lucy, an intake alert. Lucy is at Downey, California. She's a beautiful girl. She is ID number 857-12236. She's at, let me see if they have any information here for Downey. They don't ever post their phone number on here. She's at Downey Animal Care Center in California. That's all it says. Her name is Lucy. She's a beautiful, beautiful pit bull. And she is number 857. I think I've said this already. 857-12236. For anyone in that area, please help her out. They will destroy her. She's a beautiful girl. She doesn't need to be... Oh, another one by NYCACC that they destroyed. You know what, NYCACC, you guys are a bunch of ghouls. You're just ghouls. You're murdering ghouls. That's all I have to say. I'm not even going to go there. I just can't stand you people. Can't. You're murderers. We got Morgan Fairchild's pledges. So that means that Morgan Fairchild is collecting pledges for these animals that are at NYCACC, and hopefully someone will adopt them. If you adopt them, you get the money to help, you know, with the cost of the dog, for food, for shots. Most dogs that go into shelters have their shots when they come out, so you don't really have to worry. That's why they charge you a pretty, you know, like a pretty decent adoption fee, because it includes spay and neuter, it includes, Usually, this is what it usually includes: a spay or a neuter, or the or the vaccinations for the initial vaccinations for the dog. So we got Sweet Miss at 320. We've got Rosie at 350. We've got Ollie at 352. We've got Sunflower at 545. And we've got Cornflakes at 605. These are the dogs that have pledges. I'm going to repost. I got to repost. I'm telling you, folks, I'm scatterbrained today. I apologize. It's Monday morning. What do you expect? Right? What do you expect? Monday morning. We have Kitty. Chi-Chi, 6-week-old male at the Queens NYC ACC. Came into the shelter as a stray. Oh, what a cute little baby. For some reason, I don't know why, a cat needs New Hope rescue partner. I don't know why that is. I guess because maybe she's a medical priority. Why is this? Chi-Chi is on the EPL for medical reasons. This kitten has been undergoing treatment for ringworm. Ringworm is difficult and time-consuming to manage, and shelter resources often preclude ideal treatment. The kitten will need follow-up with a vet to ensure clearance of the disease. Okay, so she's got ringworm. So that's the reason why only a New Hope rescue can pick her up, and she's running out of time. She's been into the shelter he has been in the shelter for 15 days. It says time is running out for this pretty little kitty. Oh, poor little baby. So that is for Chi-Chi, the kitten. Not a very old kitten. So 6 weeks old. Very, very young kitten. So that is at Queens NYC ACC. Who else do we have here? We've got Camilla. She's been waiting for a year at, where is this? South Carolina. They don't give any information. I'm going to repost it. Maybe it's down here in the bottom. Camilla has been, please share this sweet girl. Camilla, she's been waiting for a year. That's just ridiculous. Here we go. 713. It says York, South Carolina. I've never heard of it. 713 Justice Boulevard, wherever that is. She doesn't like cats. She is at phone number 803, 803-628-3190. That is area code 803-628-3190, and that is for Camilla in South Carolina. So please, if you know anyone in that area who wants a beautiful baby girl, her name is Camilla, and I don't know how old she is. She's already been at that shelter for a year, so please. We got Atlas. Atlas will be our last dog for today. Atlas is at NYC ACC. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say, right? 9 months old at Queens NYC ACC at Queens. Atlas's ID number is 233742. He is a beautiful tan and white pit bull, and he no kids, so no children, adults only in the household for Atlas. So it'd be he's only 9 months old. Is it a he or she? 9 months old. It's a she. Okay, Atlas is a she. Atlas. So 9 months old. She's a puppy. But adult only home. I guess she doesn't like children. I mean, you know what? Yeah, she don't like kids. So there you have it. That is the dogs for today, everyone, and that's going to conclude our wacky Dreamlight. I'm telling you, folks, it's the heat. I'm crazy from the heat. I apologize for being so scatterbrained today, but I've just been straight out at it all weekend. And you know what? I'm just not even gonna I'm just scatterbrained. I mean, let's just face it. You guys know me by now if you've been here for a while. I'm scatterbrained. So Thank you all for watching today. Make sure you get out there and volunteer at your local animal shelter. Be the best human being that you can be today. Don't be quite as good as you're going to be tomorrow, but be much better than you were yesterday. Always improve. Always shoot for the moon. Have a magical, magical day, everyone. And I'm going to see you all in a future video real soon.